that like blew my mind when I first came in. It was like, oh, a friend of mine is going through a breakup. I need to go over there and I need to start helping her pack her stuff. So it's like, why am I solving someone else's problems? My addiction was to get out of myself. Instead of checking out with drugs or alcohol, I was like, I'm going to use someone else's problems to disassociate and to get some self-esteem. That's how low my self-esteem is, that I need to go rescue someone to feel good about myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, again, a really tricky thing, because if a friend of mine said, hey, you know, I'm in a really bad situation, someone just hit me, I'd be like, I'm on my way over, you know, but I wasn't doing it for that reason.
Yeah, which is where the motive thing comes in.
It's kind of a subconscious addiction to drama, which is ultimately adrenaline. And we forget about the internal drug cabinet. So where the external drug cabinet, you know what all those are, we can also get high internally. And I remember watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and I was glued to it. I couldn't get enough, because I was like, everyone needs to watch this, because this is the apotheosis of internal drug cabinet. This is adrenaline addiction. We don't talk about this because no one sells adrenaline, right? When you subconsciously put yourself in situations where you're going to get a ton of adrenaline, because adrenaline turns into dopamine. It's addictive. That's why toxic relationships are addictive, you know? It's like, this feels bad, but I can't stop. And that was a big thing for me in codependence. I was like, why am I, you know, anyone who's like, I hate drama, that is a red flag. Get away from that person, because, you know, you find yourself just subconsciously attracting, you know, to situations where there's going to be adrenaline. You know, look, there's also more about like ancestral roles and birth order, which I know you know a lot about and stuff too. I do believe like my epigenetic imprinting, you know, the neurochemicals that are emitted in utero. I think maybe we've even talked about this. You're born addicted to, the same way if your mom does crack, you're born addicted to. So when I was pregnant with my son, if someone cut me off in traffic, I'd be like, good luck. I hope you have a great, like, I would not allow any adrenaline, because I know that I was conceived during like a very acrimonious divorce, very dramatic shit.
Well, so like a crack baby, you're an adrenaline baby.
Literally. So I basically did detox from adrenaline. I mean, I did 30 days no adrenaline.
How do you do 30 days no adrenaline?
You basically just like block everyone.
Fucking nightmare.
You know, but you really look at yourself and just going, the common denominator in all these toxic relationships, it's really, do your relationships and the choices you make, do they feel like an obligation? Do you feel guilt or shame when you say no to people? Do you take care of yourself? For real? Do you floss? Are you feeding yourself well? I mean, little things like that, where it's, are you putting other people's needs before yours in a way that's not cute?
What are some of the ways that this can manifest in people's lives that they might not realize?